Has anyone seen Kevin De Bruyne? Yes, they have. He showed up today at the Emirates and put on a show. Man City and the world of football was missing his quality. Today, he showed up in spades. Man City 5, Crystal Palace 2. Let me tell you a little story. I put on the game, but I wasn't watching it and it was muted. And then I saw that there was a goal for Crystal Palace like at the 6th minute. I started watching it. When I saw the second one, I turned the volume on and I was fully engaged and I was excited to enjoy my schadenfreude, to watch Pep Guardiola and City suffer and not be able to overtake Chelsea on the league table. But sadly, KDB showed up. Let's get into this game for a little bit. So, like again, I said, incredibly, they were down 2-0, and I was really enjoying some joy. City looked poorly rehearsed, they looked lost, and I was gleeful, saying, how can such a great team and one of the greatest coaches ever not be playing properly? And the big error that they had, I think it was beyond the setup, is there was too much distance between the lines and between the players. So yes, you can press as a high line, but if you can press, your front line can press high. But if they do, you got to be, a little bit tight, like as a block. And I think they were scared of the counter, especially after the first goal, and they left too much space. So what you saw then, even the keeper was able to play a couple of balls. Henderson was able to play a couple of balls into midfield while taking a goal kick because there was such amount of space. They would have the 3 or 4 people that were pressing in the front, and they could just lob a ball into the middle in acres of space. So it was looking like a really bad thing, but they seemed to adjust, and the reason they adjusted and everything got fixed was Kevin De Bruyne. So he scores. First of all, they needed that, right? So he scores a beauty of a free kick after a stupid foul from Kamara that flies out to block, but super late and unnecessary. And of course, Kevin De Bruyne scores, and now the show starts. And after brutal pressure from City, eh, they score, and now we're 2-2. It's game on. At the half, to be honest, it could have been 3-0. Eze had an opportunity to seal it, and I think that would have been game, set, and match. They wouldn't have come back from that, or it would have been very difficult for them to come back from that. But now we're in a different game. Sadly for Chelsea fans, Kovacic scores a nice little 3-2. And then every time I see a goalkeeper do something cool, I feel really sad to be a Chelsea fan. But Emerson, has always, plays what that's a real ball keeping player. Of course, he's the best probably in the world at that. His foot is amazing. And he plays a long ball into McAtee, which is pretty much a perfect pass. I saw it as offside, but obviously you got to trust the technology wasn't. And it's really hard to gauge that at an angle when they're in the far end, and the one that's potentially allowing or disallowing the offside is at the other side of the pitch. Perspective is really difficult based on the cameras, but it worked. And then towards the end, O'Reilly scores a stunner, 5-2, and City complete their comeback. And it's been a while since they scored that many goals. I'm looking at the stats right now. They had an XG of 363, and Palace wasn't that bad as a 2, so they were kind of where they were at. So they did exceed. We had these youngins, scoring goals for City, which that's always a little terrifying. Marmoush, which is a great player, he turned out to be quite a player. I'm surprised that there wasn't a stronger race for him. City seemed to have a clear path to get him, and they did. But in any case, I did not enjoy the Schadenfreude. I went in there to mock and hopefully enjoy a loss for City and strengthen Chelsea's position. But now their hand is forced. They really have to beat Ipswich. I think if they don't, they're out of the top 4 contention. That's the reality. If you can't take those 3 points, you're in really deep trouble. We're already dependent on the results, pretty much depending on what Newcastle does to be in top 4. And if we don't pick up those points, then we totally depend on other people dropping points. So it's a big weekend for Chelsea fans. It's a big weekend for the top 4 race, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. This is just a short video to say that I admit to all you City fans out there, I'm sorry. I wanted to really, really relish in your suffering, and I couldn't today. And as a football fan, I'm excited to see Kevin De Bruyne come back. Some people are in doubt. It's most likely he's going to leave soon. The team, I don't see that's a very hard player to replace. That can perform every single match like that. Um, but if he performs at 80% of that, one match a week out of the two that you play usually, because you're still going to be in cups. Um, and I'm saying that with a little hate and jealousy as a Chelsea fan. Then is that really worth taking a risk to replace, finding somebody that may or may not become? I don't know. So leave in the comments if City fans, absolutely. Where are you on Kevin De Bruyne? And now that he had a good match today, because I know some fans are ready to let him go at the end of the season, make sure that they can get a profit. What are your thoughts on that? I believe he's an amazing player. He's probably one of the best midfielders the Premier League has seen. Today he proved he can still do it, do the business, and that was really exciting to watch. So please subscribe. I'll continue to make videos, and I'll see you in the next video.